What's up, guys? I'm Mike D'Antonio, founder and CEO of StockedUp, and welcome back to the Stocks with Mike and Tom show. The market didn't really move too much today, but we do have a lot of opportunities and a lot of good setups to watch out for the rest of the week. We have a couple big movers like AMD that we're going to be going over, as well as X. We're going to be going over the normal momentum plays, and we do have an unusual option that had $10.6 million in it today. And then we're going to answer all of your guys' questions at the end. If you guys are new to the show, don't forget to subscribe. We do these watch lists every single day. They're completely free, and we pretty much tell you what we're going to be trading the next day. So, Tom, that being said, do you want to get us started on AMD?
Yeah, Mike. AMD today ended up shooting up 5% from open till close. And you can see right on open, they just jetted straight upwards, and you can see the candles they were closing very high up at the top of their candles, and that's what you want to see. Very nice upwards momentum, and everybody was looking at them in our Discord today and calling them out. You can see they did go up and then come back down and kind of consolidate and then even break the highs again. So there was two opportunities to trade AMD today. You could have either gotten in right at the open once you saw this nice break upwards and traded it from like 50-50 and then traded it on upwards towards 51-50, 52. The other option could have been to trade after it broke the high of yesterday. So it had the high of yesterday of right around 52, and you can see it hit right around the high today and then fell back down. And then once you saw it come back up and break that high, you could have gotten in for a very quick trade at the end of the day and made like a quick 20-30% on those options.
For sure. And, this is just like a simple pattern, guys. AMD was up how much today, Tom? What percentage?
5%.
5%. So it had a huge day in the markets today. And to take advantage of this, just trade simple patterns. You see like a big breakout at open, or even if you want to keep it even more simple than that, just breaking the previous day's high. It had a pretty good run up. It might even continue tomorrow. So that's definitely worth keeping an eye on for a continuation play tomorrow. And then also, how about X?
Yeah, with X, I went ahead and called this out in the Discord today. X does not have the greatest options in the world, but they were pretty well priced, around $16. And I went ahead and picked up 5 of them for a small trade at the end of the day. You can see X went ahead and popped right above 8 and ended up hitting about 820, 840. They were just another play where you could see a nice bullish flag. You could see them breaking out very nicely and then just breaking their high. Not their high per se, but reaching their previous day's highs, but what the goal was here. And you could just trade a nice bull flag setup where you see a very nice breakout, and then you're just trying to trade above that high again and just follow the continuation upwards.
For sure. So I'm sure a lot of the people listening don't know what a bullish flag setup is. So can you draw that real quick?
Yeah, definitely. So whenever you have a bullish flag, obviously with the flag, you have a flag pole, and then you have the flag sticking off of it. So right here, I'll just draw the flag pole upwards. So this would be the flag pole right there, that red line. I know it might be hard to see. Let me pick it up for you guys. All right, so that'll be our flag pole. And then you can see how we have like kind of a top here. So then you'll draw a top, and then normally they'll come down and form a small like triangle pattern like this.
Right. So
and then I'll just stick in it.
It literally looks like a flagpole, guys. So it's kind of self-explanatory, but that's a bullish setup. So it also works to the downside too. But this was obviously a bullish play. X was actually up about 11% today, so there's a ton of opportunity with that. Just one thing I don't really like about it is it's a pretty low price stock. Normally, I don't trade stocks this low. Like normally the lowest I go is about $30, but in certain circumstances, I will go lower than that. But yeah, I mean, the options were cheap. It was a good setup, nice, easy setup. But yeah, for sure. So guys, we're going to get right into the momentum plays for today. So the first one is VLO. If you guys don't know what these momentum plays are, pretty much, Tom, if you could pull up a daily chart real quick, VLO. Yep. Pretty much these momentum plays. So I'm going to call out VLO today. If VLO breaks its high of today, if it breaks that tomorrow, then I get in a bullish position. If it breaks the low of today, if it breaks that tomorrow, I get in a bearish position. So it's that simple. It's a super easy strategy. VLO is up about what's it up, Tom? Like 8%?
8%, yeah.
It's up 8%. So pretty much what I'm doing is I think the momentum can continue, but just to be safe, I'm just gonna make sure it's up in the morning, just as like a double check. So VLO, TEAM, CCJ, CRWD, CHWY, X, CLX, AMD, Netflix, NFLX, SHOP, ROKU, and that will be it. So all of these plays have a lot of momentum today. And, just like, especially with like the Shopify example and even Roku, they had huge candles up. So if it opens higher or just breaks that high tomorrow, I think it will continue upward. So it's a pretty simple setup to trade. I do this every day and it works really well. And guys, if you guys want free just day trading alerts, you can join the Discord in the link in the description down below. Pretty much if you just want to trade free day trades, it's there for you. The picks have been really hot lately and it focuses on options. And we have about 700 people in the Discord talking stocks and finance every day. We have a great community, so feel free to join. And then we're going to get into the unusual options activity for today. And today's options activity is with Apple. So it's the Apple 290 puts that expire on May 8th. So this week, and they put $10.6 million into this trade. So guys, with this trade, I'm not 100% sure if they are shorting this or longing this yet. I'm leaning towards that they are longing this, so like they think Apple's going to go down, but I'm going to wait for a verification. But guys, so if Apple like starts to tank tomorrow, just jump. You're going to know that whoever bought these options actually bought these options. So that would be a good trade to get on. So if Apple's down tomorrow, these Apple 290 puts will be a good, position to get in. But if Apple and the market overall is rocketing up, you're going to know that they shorted these options, and it would be smart to get in some Apple calls. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind. You just have to like feel it out, kind of like the momentum plays. But just to clarify, if Apple's down tomorrow, the Apple 290 puts for this week are going to look pretty good. If Apple's up, then look to get in some Apple calls. So yeah, that's pretty much that. It's pretty simple. And now we're going to get into the FAQs for last video. So let me load these up real quick. And with the first question, we have Build. I will be buying 4 stocks tomorrow. That's good. Elijah, this will be my first week on stat modeling. There we go. So Tom, if you could pull up an American Airlines chart real quick, AAL. Speaking of stat modeling, we had AAL puts on Friday, and American Airlines is down about 7%, was down about 12% earlier today. I'm still bearish on this position. I think it could definitely fall a lot more. Warren Buffett exited all of his position in airline stocks, so I feel pretty confident about the trade. Welcome to the team, though, Elijah. Edwin was talking about the Federal Reserve. And guys, just a correction. So in last video, just to clarify, the Federal Reserve does not actually buy stocks, guys. What they do is they pretty much buy bonds, which puts money into investors' hands, and then they buy stocks. So just a correction, the Federal Reserve pretty much buys bonds, and then the person who, is also trading those bonds can use that money to buy stocks. Okay, we have Moody. What is the indicator on Thinkorswim you are using? I can't read it. So, Tom, if you want to take this one.
Yeah, definitely. All these indicators right here, these are called simple moving averages. And what you go ahead and do is you can just come up to studies up here at the top and then click edit studies. And then all you have to do is just type into this little search box right here, simple moving average. And then let's just do it really quick. Just type in simple, and then you just click it, and you'll click add selected down here. And then it'll add one up, and it'll say a 9 on here. And notice how all of mine say 100, 300, 500, 200, and then 1,000. So you're going to want to have all of these ones on your chart. So you're going to have to add 5 simple moving averages and then 1 moving average exponential if you want it to look like mine. But that's pretty much what I have set up right now. And then I also have implied volatility down here at the bottom. which is used for options pricing. So if implied volatility is up, options cost a little bit more, and if implied volatility is down, options are generally cheap.
Right, exactly. Okay, we have next one, Hunter. Awesome video, guys. This pullback is much needed, that's for sure. Also excited to get stocks at a better price again, for sure. So I really think the market's up a little bit too much right now. And, if the market does fall, it's just going to be another opportunity to get some great stocks at a great price. So I completely agree with you. Let me see. We have Daniel, good video. What indicator do you use for swing trading? Should I chart using the weekly or monthly chart? Let me see.
See
So,
a weekly chart.
yeah, so it depends how long you want to be holding, but I do use the StockedUp cloud algorithm, prediction software. You could get more information about that in the link in the description down below, the custom stock algorithm. Generally, I use that for swing trading. Swing trading is just like a big trend following thing, and that's what that software specializes in. But there's a lot of ways to swing trade. You could use support and resistance. You could use moving averages. It just all depends. But that is what I do. Let's see. We have Mac. Great video as always. We have gotten the next sell signal as we had gotten the first leg. Let me see. So with that said, I said, and down the bottom we go. And it took APX 1 day for the market to start selling off. We haven't seen nothing yet. Wait until we break that 50 DMA. So yeah, so Mac definitely sees the markets falling, as do I. We had such a big drop in, what was it, April and in March. Yeah, March and April. And, of course, as you guys would think, we would have a big bounce back up like we saw for the past month, you could say, or, past couple weeks. I definitely think there is more downside, though. What do you think, Tom?
Yeah, definitely. I think there's a lot of downside still to go. The market is up overall, quite a bit from the bottom, and something with very significant V-shaped patterns like that signifies a lot of volatility. So keep in mind that we could definitely retest lows, but there is a lot of money being pumped into the market. It's just a very tough situation right now because you don't really know what's going to happen. Because right now, of course, like we're opening back up, so are things getting better? But at the same time, they're still talking about a lot of deaths. So really, I mean, it's a double-edged sword right now.
For sure, for sure. Sean said, can't wait. I got alerts set on all the momentum plays. Just waiting for a chime to go off. It's that easy. Let's go. Love that. Let me see. Brad said, I just started trading and found your YouTube channel, and I'm loving it. It's very informative and insightful. Thanks so much for doing this. I'm trying to build a stock portfolio for nice mid to long-term growth. What are some solid growth stocks you guys recommend? Thanks again, and keep up the good work. So, Brad, personally, what I like to do, especially like in this type of market, is you don't know, no one knows what companies are going to make it through this. But personally, I love, like, Tom already knows. I didn't even say it yet, and Tom already knows. I like to stick to, stocks that have been around for a long time, the nice value stocks like Coca-Cola, McDonald's, just nice value stocks that, have great dividends and are always increasing. Those are a couple ones. Tom, do you want to talk about some stocks you like?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of stocks that I like to hold long term are right now are tech stocks. I really think tech stocks are going to go up in the future. Obviously, technology is going to drive the future as it always has. There's a bunch of AI capabilities coming out right now. I think tech is going to definitely drive the market upwards if the market does go up. And if we look at long-term charts on a lot of these tech stocks, you can see how much they've really gained since their lows at the bottom. Like, for example, this is Intel, a very popular chip maker. In 2015, they were worth $30 a share. Now they're all the way up to $70 a share. And imagine investors that were investing big money into this, like 50 grand, 100 grand, 300 grand, even upwards of that, doubling that money over that time. And you can see, even if you would have played it very smartly in this pattern where it pretty much went up in 100% within just a couple of months, that's where you need to look for these tech stocks, is that they're going to have the most significant growth, I believe, out of all the other stocks. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree too. I do like some other, like I like Verizon too. They're not quite the same as Intel. I do like Verizon for a long-term hold. Procter & Gamble, Johnson & Johnson, Coca-Cola, McDonald's. Those are just a couple of the ones I like, maybe even Home Depot. Very liquid, have great histories, see a lot of upside potential, maybe even, Costco. That's just some things I like. I'm not a huge long-term investor right now, but I have been in the markets for about 5 years now, and that's definitely what I would do. I would stick to the value
And
stocks.
those are a lot of safe things because like with Costco and stuff, people need their groceries and they need the food and they need wood and like Home Depot scents and it's just stuff that is safe and will go up long term, and that's what you want to get into if you're going to go long term, obviously.
Exactly. I mean, if you really want to get risky, Brad, you could go like all in, or even if you just traded like Tesla or something like that has the potential to double, in the next 3 years, but that's risky. Like Tesla is very high priced right now, as a lot of stocks are. So that's why I just like the value stocks.
Yeah, I think if you put 10 grand into Tesla right now, I think you could easily see yourself losing 30 to 50% within the next 3 to 5 months on it, just because of how high price it is. And I do think it could go up long term, but just based off of charting and how much it's consolidated in the past, I don't think it has a chance of breaking 1,000.
I agree with that. I do like Tesla for the long term, but even Elon himself, the CEO of Tesla, said that his stock price is too high, so we'll just have to see with that one. Max said, hey, Mike, expirations on Apple puts you were referring to this week, 5/8, or next week. So that's a personal preference. So like, for example, like if I'm saying, at someone shorting Apple calls, and I say like, if you want to play this, and you'd have to buy Apple puts, like that's a personal preference that you'd have to make. But I generally, the more time the better. So I would say the 5/15 expirations or longer. That's generally the better way to go. Let me see. Also, do you use an algorithm to see a big purchase on a particular option and expiry? Normally I use volume. So yes, I do make my own algorithms, especially for volume analysis. But yes, I do. But back to your options expiration question, it's just preference. But generally, you want to get as much time as possible with an option. You want to get as close to the money as possible, and what do you call it? Close to money as possible for as cheap as possible.
But keep in mind, though, with day trades, though, you generally want to go for that week's expiration,
Right.
unless you're trading like on Thursday or Friday.
Exactly. Day trade's a little bit different, like Tom said. So that was the frequently asked questions. Tom, did you have any last minute stocks, options, market analysis, anything for this video?
No, I think that covers it. Good video, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, guys, we had a pretty good video. Even though the market didn't really move too much today, there are still a lot of opportunities to watch out for. Like we said with those Apple 290 puts, just watch and see what Apple does tomorrow. If Apple's down, the 290 puts will be good. If Apple's up, the 290 puts will be bad, and you probably want to get the calls. AMD has huge potential, and all the momentum plays like Netflix, AMD, Shopify, Roku. So guys, if you guys have any questions or have questions on anything we went over or anything like that, let us know in the comments down below. And also don't forget to subscribe. You can see our daily stock market watch list every day on your homepage. But like I said, guys, if you guys have any questions or anything, let us know in the comments down below. Other than that, thanks for watching.